Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Get in here, everybody. Please hit the like button. Help your girl out. I did not set it up in time. I didn't. But hit the like button anyway. Please, please, please. If you're new, subscribe and welcome. And let's get into some gossip, but not before we greet everybody. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking some things, y'all. I'm thinking some things. It's some things on my mind, y'all. It's some things on my mind. Let me greet everybody before I start running my mouth, because y'all know once my mouth start running, it don't stop. Okay? Once it start, it don't stop. So allow me to greet everybody first, okay? And then what we're gonna do is get into this gossip. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. First and last. Let me see who up in here. Shashi, I thought you still had your crown on, girl. We celebrating birthdays. Hold on. You want to grab that back real quick? I'm just saying, before I don't want to pull nothing down, but I could have swore I looked and your crown was still up. Happy birthday to you. All right, we got Miss Thelma in the house. Hey, boo, how you doing? It's country girl Queena up in here. Hey, how are you? Kim Bird, how you feeling, lady? Good to see you. Tiffany J is in the house. All right, all right. We got the beautiful Bianca Edward up in here. She telling y'all to please hit that like button if you don't mind. God's anointed daughter, how are you? How are you? It's good to see you. All right, all right. Okay. All right. Cool gamer, how you doing? Always cool, always in the building, never missing. Okay. Angela Davis, how you doing? Y'all please hit that like button. All right, all right. Who else we got up in here? Because I don't want to miss nobody before I start running my mouth. Because I've got to do it today. Yeah, we love you, sis. We love you. You forgot but we here for you. We your sisters. We get down for our girls. Hey, happy to be happy. All right, Trina. Hey, girl. How you doing? Auntie Eva, you made it. All right, happy Friday. Dialogue Sisters is in the house. Yeah, y'all, we got to have a little chit-chat, little chitter-chat about RHOA and New Jersey, honey. Both of them. Both of them. DV, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, okay. Nina Ross is in the house. Hey, Bookie. All right, Patricia Joaquin, Miss Tampa, Florida, is also in the building. Vita Worship is here, y'all, from Denver. Hey, DS, what's up? Hey, Cassie G, good to see you. All right, all right. All right, all right. Good to see you. What else we got up in here? DT. Oh, my DT, you made it. I'm so glad. I miss you. Hey, Keisha Hooks, we got to talk on the phone, DT. We got to talk. I miss you. We ain't had a chance to gossip one-on-one for a little minute. Hey, E. Davis, how you doing? Queen of Hearts KS, good to see you. All right. Okay, yet. Hey, yet. What's happening? I'm gonna get you through the workout. We got you. We down by law. Cassie G, welcome to the royal family. You family anyway, but this is an official hug and a welcome. Welcome to the royal family. Y'all make sure y'all giving my sister a proper royal family welcome. Cassie G in the house. We love you, boo. Hey, sweet beloved, how you doing? Miss Emma1, hey girl. Happy Friday. Just Jules JG. This is my boo. You say YouTube been doing you wrong for not sending them notifications. Listen, let me put the text me number in the chat. So all y'all gotta do for text notifications is text this number and say add me and get your text notifications before I go live. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Y'all know it take me a minute. All right. So I put that in the chat too if you want to be added to text notifications. Because we want you to. I don't want you to miss out on nothing if you want to get your text on and you want to know when we up in here. Okay. Shashi adjusted her crown, the birthday lady in the chat. Hey, boo. Just Cass, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. We happy to have you. Okay, U.S. Army Brad is up in here. How you doing? Okay, all right. Okay. Did I get everybody? Did I miss anybody? Let me give it a once over. Now, if I miss somebody, if they come in, y'all, if I miss them, don't y'all miss them. Please make sure y'all greeting folks as they come in. Make sure everybody feels welcome. We family over here. Nobody should feel tolerated. Everybody should feel welcome. Okay. So looky. Whoo, honey. Wait a minute. Somebody just messaged me. I got to message them back. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. All right. So that takes care of that. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all greeting folks and make sure everybody's welcome. D Marie, hey baby sis, glad you slid up in here. Make sure everybody's welcome. Nobody wants to be tolerated, and y'all please hit the like button. And that's real. Don't nobody want to be tolerated. Everybody wants to feel welcome. You know what I mean? Treat people the way you want to be treated. Be kind to people the way you want people to be kind to you. Okay? And them ain't just my rules. Those are not just my rules. That's the boss man's rules too. So just, treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the main thing. Okay. So look, we got to get into some stuff. It's some things happening. It's some things going down right now. And when I say as we speak, I mean as we speak. This minute. Okay. Now it already done happened and ain't nothing we can do about that. But we're gonna talk about it now because this is when I know about it. So first things first, we got to get this New Jersey stuff out the way, y'all. We do. So apparently, Joe Giudice, Teresa ex-husband, went on this podcast called Behind the Velvet Rope with this what this young fella name is, because I don't want to mess nobody's name up. David Yontliff. I hope I'm saying his last name right. Yontliff. I don't know. But he be on there with that lady Kim D that used to be on New Jersey. Okay. And they be interviewing people and stuff, but this time it was just him, and he interviewed Joe Giudice. So Joe Giudice broke down what Teresa was trying to say. I wish some days Teresa wasn't so dumb. I do. Miss Sparkle is here, our resident Mary Kay lady, y'all. Give it up for her. Make sure you get your time wise, your satin hands, your satin lips, your eye color, your lip color. You better make sure you get your concealer, your blush. Honey, get your bronzers. She got everything you need. Y'all need to holler at her. And if you want to become a Mary Kay representative, this is the lady to reach out to. I'm just saying. Quick little commercial. Just so y'all know. Hey, Catherine. Yon Tiff. That's how I say it. But I thought that was an L. Okay, Yontip. Thank you. Because y'all know I'll mess the name up. I'm sorry. So he interviewed this man. Joe Giudice actually broke down what Teresa was trying to say. I felt like I understood what she was trying to say, even though she wasn't saying it clear. You need a good toner. Something. Hold on. This lady right here, this is who you need to holler at because she got the toner for you. She got everything you need. Everything you need. So make sure y'all reach out to that lady right there. Miss Sparkle, if you'll text me your link, I'll put it in the chat. Okay? If you'll send it to me, I'll happily put it in the chat. Okay. Hey, La Chanel. So listen, I was under the impression that they were saying that the way Teresa was saying it, I was under the impression that she was saying that Melissa and them said something to the ex-partner, and the ex-partner had his name on the court papers. But that ain't what Joe Giudice is saying. Joe Giudice made it very clear about it. And it did have something to do with the ex-partner, but Teresa wasn't saying it right. And one of the FBI agents that was involved, he said that that person did confirm the information too. So what it looked like, y'all, is indeed, because I'm gonna give y'all the notes. Y'all know anything I listen to, watch, or whatever, I take notes. So I did take notes on that entire first part because the little young man David, he said there's a part 2 to that interview. So when I get part 2, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about. You gonna put it in the Discord? Okay, then I grab it from there and I put it in the chat because Just Jules, I don't think Just Jules joined Discord. I need to put the Discord link in the chat. Actually, well, not in the chat. I put it on the community tab for channel members. But anyway, the thing is, that's messed up. And I said, I'm like, if that's really what happened, and I still have to say if technically, but if I'm gonna tell the truth, I believe what Joe Giudice is saying. I believe him. I believe it, just what he's saying. And I do believe that Joe and Melissa did that, and that's real messed up. That's real messed up. DT said, I might use Teresa's head to hammer in the out of place nails. I mean, I think it'll do a great job. You know, she's not a smart girl. Black Cherry, hey girl, it has. Oh, you can't stay. I wish you could. I miss you being in the chat. D. Marie, what you say? You say you tune out when Teresa explained anything? Mm-hmm. I understand because she's just not a bright lady. She's really not. She's really not. So I'm going to play this audio first and let y'all hear exactly what he said about that situation. That way y'all can, draw a conclusion for yourself. Because I want you to be able to draw a conclusion for yourself. And then after you draw that conclusion for yourself, I'm going to sit there and run you down all the notes I took from part 1 of this interview with Joe Giudice. And according to Lil David, he gonna ask some more stuff that people really do want to know in the second part of that interview. What you say, DT? I believe Joanna and Melissa Gorga had something to do with it. They probably did. That's right, Bianca. Tell them again, y'all. Please, please, please hit the like button. Like, for real, that'll help me so much. Please do that. Please, if you don't mind. If it won't be too much, just please hit the like button. But yeah, I'm gonna play this audio real quick. Let me put this link from Miss Sparkle, our Mary Kay lady, in the chat. So that way y'all can get that info. Wait a minute, hold on. Why we only got 50 likes? Why we doing that? I'm getting ready to play audio. I don't even know whether y'all went and listened to the podcast to hear what was actually said. I went and got it. I got it queued up. We ready to go. All I need is for y'all to just be kind to me a little bit and hit the like button. Just please hit the like button. Like, it ain't gonna cost you nothing. Let's take a little break while y'all do that. I need to moisturize anyway. Where's my moisturizer? I have a lovely moisturizer that I got from Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady. And I'm going to apply some right now. I mean, it's wonderful too. Very hydrating, light scent, not too perfumey. To my hands, because I wash my hands a lot because I'm a germaphobe. you know. So my hands are kind of trying to dry out. So I'm going to use the moisturizer that came with my satin hands kit that I got from Miss Sparkle, and my hands are going to feel wonderful while I'm waiting on y'all to hit that like button. Hey, that's what's up. Y'all support our sister. Y'all know I got all y'all back simultaneously. You made 53 Fifi. Thank you, boo. You liked on the way in. I appreciate it. Hey, Nona. Tiff, you hit it when you came in too. I appreciate it. You say don't play it till they hit the like button. That's all I be begging for is likes. I be happy for other support, but if I don't get nothing else, please hit a thumb up for me, please. I should be worth a thumb. Am I good enough for a thumb? Okay. I would love it if y'all would just hit the like button. Yep, right. I can read the comments while I'm on break. Right. Just like that. And then let me do this too while I'm at it. Hold on. There you go. If I can't get a like, you know, send me a cash app. I mean, shoot. I don't know what else to say because I'm begging for likes at this point, and I'm just not sure what else to do. Okay, thank you, E. Davis. I appreciate you. Hey, oh my days. Uh-oh, Angela making her a margarita. Ain't nothing like it. Hey, DM Rocks, what's happening? How you doing? Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. I don't know if it's true, but we're going to talk about it. Hey, Tia Balla, you hit your like button. Thank you. Uh-oh, DT say we need 23 more likes. It ain't got to be perfect, but I know I needed y'all to do better than them 50 because, I show too much love for that. For real. Your thumb hurt from hitting that like button so hard. I know that's right. Hey, Sheila. Thank you. Okay, so now I feel like we're in a trust bubble. Okay. We're in the trust bubble. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take it on faith that y'all gonna hit that like button. Okay. I'm gonna take it on faith. Hey, Debbie Garcia. Okay. So let's listen to what he said went down. And actually, what he said makes sense. What he said actually makes sense. So let's get into this thing. Hold on. I'm going to let y'all hear it from the horse's mouth. Heavy on the horse. Okay. I think I'm at the right spot.
Where people are finally understanding, that Teresa's family and them came on the show behind her back and just kind of pulled the rug out from under her. That seems to be the narrative that people are just opening their eyes to.
And I got to tell you another thing too. I mean, what they did, they did. And when they came on the show, they were very good friends with my ex-partner's attorneys, which went to the feds, which I think Melissa and Joe were involved because I know for a fact from an ex-FBI guy that told me, all right, that was helping, you know what I mean, and doing whatever. So he told me, yes, he was behind the scenes with my ex-partner, Master Paul and whatnot, and they went to the feds to feed them all this information. Yeah, I might have did a couple cheated or some things on my tax returns. Who did? You know what I mean?
That fool say I might have cheated on my tax returns. Who didn't? The rest of us didn't, Joe. But listen, let me say this. That's why I say I really do believe him because this fool gonna just blurt out, "Yeah, I cheated on my taxes. Who didn't?" Like he being real honest. He being real ignorant, but he's being real honest. My question then becomes, okay, did y'all hear that part, or do I need to go back? Because I will go back. He said that they're actually friends with the ex-partner's lawyer, with the attorney. Because it's more, I'm not going to, I'll go back if I need to after we finish listening. But they're friends with the ex-partner's attorney, and one of the FBI agents who's no longer working or whatever, let them know that, yes, he was involved behind the scenes. Teresa wasn't lying this time, y'all. Let's hear the rest of it, and I'll run it back if y'all need me to.
The only thing that that my accountant didn't do was file my personal tax returns. He filed my business tax returns. He didn't file my personal tax returns for whatever reason. And that was the reason why they got into it, started looking into everything. And of course, they had to find something. and they actually didn't really even have. If I was a citizen, it would have been nothing. Believe me, it would have been nothing. I would have probably been out like a year. I would have been home. It would have been over and forgotten, and it would have been like nothing. You know what I mean? But being that I wasn't a citizen, that's what made it, so much worse, and made it to where it got, which was my fault. I should have always, became a citizen, and I never did. But whatever. I mean, you can't cry about spilled milk, right? It's pretty much water under the bridge.
Well, that's a very positive attitude to have. I mean, you think that Joe Gorga and Melissa were involved in going to the feds?
Well, why would they invite those attorneys to their party? Which event, by the end of the night, they were thrown out. There is a scene where the one attorney is there and gets thrown out of the party. That's her. All right, she was actually my ex-partner's attorney that were going to the feds and working with my ex-partner. So, I mean, why would they have these people there? Why would they even be there?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
That's a really bad thing to do when it's your sister's husband and there's a whole family involved.
And kids involved, you know what I mean?
So, look, y'all, listen, y'all draw y'all conclusions. First of all, go to Twitter, go to Behind the Velvet Rope. In their bio, you can hit the link for their Apple Podcast. You can listen to the whole thing. I know I did, but from what he's saying, it makes sense. It makes so much sense. Like, so much sense. I believe him, y'all. I believe him, y'all. Y'all hit the like button. I believe exactly what Joe Giudice is saying, and he has a very good point. Why would they have him at the party? Why would you be around him? Why would that be going on? Like, y'all know what y'all did, man. And personally, I kind of feel slow. And usually I catch on to stuff. I never caught on to Melissa. I just thought she was so watery and pitiful. I'm just like, well, whatever. Teresa just don't like that girl, and she didn't want to own the show. And I'm like, okay, well, Teresa don't own the show. Anybody can be on the show if the people call them. But it looks like it was more to it than that. I also believe they claims that she was giving information to Danielle Staub to use against her sister-in-law. Mind you, that whole first season, Teresa and them pissed me off because I felt like her, Carol, and all of them was ganging up on Danielle Staub, right? But even if I didn't like it, like if that was my sister or my sister-in-law, I wouldn't have helped nobody against her. Like, let me give you some dirt to use on her. Like, I wouldn't have done that. That's a hot mess. But the more you start to, like, the onion, the layers of the onion is peeled back, it's starting to make sense why Teresa was acting like she was acting toward Danielle to a certain degree. It's like, oh, so you was over there with Melissa talking trash, then you come on the show to acting like you don't know why this girl's still mad at you, but you know what you've been doing. And then by the time Melissa and them came on the show, they came with the foolishness, and everybody just saw Teresa acting like a nut, and ain't nobody, like, we didn't have any context. It's starting to, y'all, this is starting to be like a very disturbing picture. The picture that's being painted is starting to be real disturbing. Hey, Miss Lovely T, it's starting to look disturbing and sinister. Just Jules say, I don't think a brother would do that to a sister. What did they get? Because he nasty, the same reason they've been doing what they've been doing to that girl the whole time. I believe it. I'm sorry. D. Marie said, I need to see the paperwork. They wouldn't be on no paperwork. Not from what they saying. They saying that they was just telling them information and they were able to look for it and find it. That wouldn't put you on no paperwork. They didn't go to court. They didn't go swear in and talk. It wasn't no deposition. Lala said, Carolyn said she know who told. Yep, and Caroline also said by the time Teresa figure out what's going on, she gonna be mad. I feel like Caroline already knew. That's what it's giving. It's given that Caroline already knew. What I don't know is before they fell out, why wouldn't you just tell a girl they set you up? Like, I would have said something. You know, by the time they weren't friends, I get it. But if I'm being honest, before they fell out, if it was me, I would have told. Personally. DT say, nah, I caught on the man Lisa Gorga like I caught on the cheesy coochie candy. They seedy AF. They are seedy. Definitely seedy. So I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna leave that up to you to draw your own conclusions. But if you ask me, I personally believe Joe Giudice. Now let me tell y'all what else was said. Let me give y'all the rundown, the outline of everything else that was said, the bullet points, that is. Apparently, he is now moved permanently to the Bahamas. He went over there for some supposed celebrity boxing match and ended up staying because he liked it and it was COVID and blah, blah, smackety, smackety. Ali, thank you for the super chat. Ali say Joe Gorga has always been shifty. There was a story on Good Morning America where he was accused of posting pics online of homes he said he remodeled, but the work was done by other builders. I believe it. Girl, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, for real, for real. But baby girl, I believe it. I believe it. Something about this just don't sit right. It's something about it don't sit right with me. Because before, we didn't have any context. We just went by how ridiculous Teresa was responding to stuff. And without context, all us will look crazy, right? But now that the context is coming into play, like they don't really have nothing to clean this up. This don't look good. I'm sorry, it doesn't. No. So apparently he said that he stayed there too because the churn going back and forth to Italy was too difficult. This was easier. He said right now he's working as a VP of a construction company. So apparently he good at what he do. He just don't tell the truth on taxes and forms and stuff. Okay, now that's wonderful. Now if you was black and went to jail for a felony like that, you probably wouldn't be the VP of nothing. Okay, but he's the VP of the construction company. Okay, DT say, man, Lissa's fried cow face always made me sad out her. Joanna Gorga also known to be sending below the waist pics to young teenage girls. Wait a minute. To young teenage girls. DC, you got to give me some more dirt on that now. That's right, Ali. Thank you again. Thank you so much. DS say, I think that Melissa and Joe had something to do with it because they're horrible. Yeah. I just hate to admit when I've been fooled. Like, they had me fooled. Like, I really didn't think that they were that bad. I just thought they were obnoxious, a little bit ghetto. Like, I did not know that they were like this. Rochelle said Carolyn did say what was going to happen seasons before it happened. She just didn't say Teresa Jones' name. Who is Teresa Jones? Tell me that part again. Hey, Rochelle. Trina, what you say? Say, I saw that too. He was supposed to be fixing and flipping and lied about the house he was remodeling. Yeah, I know he did some shady stuff. And then I'm still trying to figure out about that money he stole from Louis. And then turn around, oh, he's a bad guy. What did he become a bad guy after you took his money or before you took his money? Because I want to know about that. And I want to know how much money Louis got that he could let that kind of money go. Because in my book, Louis was supposed to call somebody and they were supposed to go jump him or something to get their bread back. I don't understand how you let that kind of money go. And how much money is in Louis' bank account is what I'm asking, for a friend. He said he feel like if he had never went on that show, he would have never ended up in trouble because, wasn't nobody thinking about him. That's probably true. Say his mistake was not getting his citizenship done and blames himself. Okay. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying, Rochelle. He said he not upset with Teresa for wanting to do the show, and he thinks she should keep going with the show and see where it go. The man asked him about him calling Teresa, see you next Tuesday when they was out there in Napa Valley, because that was a terrible moment. That's when I really knew I didn't like him, because I'm like, that's your wife. What you calling her that for? So he basically said he don't have no excuse. That was ugly. He had been drinking and he don't have no excuse for it. It was an ugly thing to say. He shouldn't have called her that, and that he was under stress and just did a bad thing. They opened a pizzeria, a laundromat. It was flooding in the basement of a building and the tenants was calling and he wanted to leave. And they told him they had to stay an extra day. So he was pissed off. And apparently when he pissed, it's okay to take stuff out on your wife, which is probably why she ain't your wife no more. Okay? Just saying. Right. Fifi on board with me. There you go. Dislocate his nose, shoulder, bust the kneecap, something. You done stole all that money from that goddamn man. Then you over there popping, flying, talking trash. Louis supposed to picked up a Louisville Slugger and went to work on you or had somebody to do it. Like he had that PI. Now that's what he was supposed to do. Yep. I heard that too, sis. You know, my sis be on the phone texting me while I'm talking to y'all, so I have both of them open. I need to stop that. But I be wanting to know what my sis say too. He say basically their whole family still cool. He still talk with Richie and Kathy and Rosie and all them. Personally, I could see him still being cool with him. I can also understand why Teresa ain't cool with him, because if we family and you start acting funny with me, especially when the world might not know what's happening, but y'all in the family, y'all do know what's happening, and you going along with bull crap to be on a TV show, I wouldn't have nothing to do with that. Personally, I wouldn't. But he said Teresa still ain't cool with him. And they mentioned about that christening where he had to beat Joe Gorga tail because Joe charged him. And he was like, he basically said he don't know what the hell that boy was acting like that for. He don't know why he charged him. He said, far as he can understand, Teresa just asked him a question. He didn't know why he called his sister garbage. He didn't know why he charged him. He didn't know why he was acting like that. Okay. So that was a trip. This boy talking about karma. You know, I don't believe in that. I'm a Christian. I'm not no Buddhist or Hindu or none of that. But he said that the ex-partner done had 2 strokes. So he say that's the man getting back what he got, because he the one went and dimed him out to the feds. That's who name on the paperwork. But anyway, and then he said while he was in immigration for 9 months, he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to see if they would appeal to allow him to stay, and they still put him out. And then he was complaining about the judicial system. But I really, that to me, that fell on deaf ears, because when black folks break the law, they have to go to prison, and so do you. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter. One of my partners, one of the realest out of Ocala, Tim Munderland, shout out to my dog. Hope you get free soon. They locked him up on some conspiracy stuff, and he really hadn't done nothing. So if black people can get thrown in jail on conspiracy, which is a catch-all, you can go to jail for faking on taxes and not having your paperwork right. They go on to jail. Go directly to jail. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. I don't believe you should get away with breaking the law just because your complexion is pale. Recessive genes is not a get out of jail free card. Okay. Now, do I believe that your own brother-in-law should have snitched? No. However, once you there, once you got caught, you just caught. There go my sis. Royal Family Ambassador is in the house. She in the clouds listening and wrapping up at work. I know that's right. Happy birthday, Shashi. So yeah, that's that on that. That's what it happened. So then also on New Jersey gossip. Now, I don't know whether this is true or not, but they saying that DJ Envy's wife, the one who, you know, according to him, ain't never had no orgasm. I don't know why we needed to know that about her, but we do. Thanks to her talking husband, Mr. Beige Rage himself. Hey, Dana Brown. So they saying they considering her and Remy Ma for Real Housewives of New Jersey. And let me tell you something. I hope that's a lie from the pits of hell. I do. I hope it is a terrible lie, an awful lie, a poorly thought out lie. I hope it's all of the lies put together. And I will tell you why I hope that's a lie. Okay? First of all, y'all know good and hell well that show gonna be real interestingly. It's gonna be interestingly dry, because you're not gonna see Marge run up on Remy Ma, calling her out her name, telling lies and spreading stuff. You know, Melissa, or as DT call her Manlissa, I call her Squidward with that honker. You that snout of hers. You know she ain't gonna be doing the stuff she do, running back and forth, and she said this and she said that. You know good and hell well, Jackie, I need to eat a sandwich, ain't gonna be sitting up popping fly with her little tacky dark eyeshadow on. They just gonna sit up and look. They're gonna be looking like they hostages or something. Like, I don't want to see that. Plus the fact I don't want her to have to gather them together, because you know her mouth is real greasy, real speedy. And the next thing would be, oh, she's aggressive, and then we gonna feel some type of way every time they call that black woman aggressive. So I really don't want to. I don't want to see that happen, y'all. I don't. Hey, C Mays. I'm glad you back. It's been a long time. You shouldn't have left you. You shouldn't have left us, girl. Rochelle say Joe didn't want Teresa and Joe at the christening. He asked because the parents. I wanted him to, but he didn't think Teresa would come. Oh, okay. The Mason Shady Show. What's going on? What's happening? I'm so glad to see y'all. You know you family. My sis on the phone talking about, can you imagine Remy and Teresa with tails from the cell? I'm done. They might get along. Hey, High Vibe, how you doing? Okay, DT, what you say? You say, I don't see Large Marge, the barge, running after her. She'll puff out the first few seconds. Child, she ain't gonna first puff up at her. It'll be a show full of clear women sitting around nervous and chewing on their acrylics. The only person that might be friendly with her, the only two I would say that would probably be friendly with Remy would be Danielle, the little new girl, and Teresa. And maybe Jen Aiden, because Jen Aiden running around trying to repeat what she hear black people say on social media. So it's possible. But I predict in 5 minutes, Remy will be done cussed Jen Aiden out, and she'll be somewhere crying and disfiguring her new nose. Dialogue sister say, I don't want to see the microaggressions or DJ Envy. Yeah, I don't want to see beige rage. I'm not interested in beige rage, and he'll be the first one calling everything racism and ruining the show. He'll be another Ebony K. Williams. Ain't nobody got time for that. Royal Crown Ambassador say, yep, I feel some type of way with that adjective aggressive. It triggers me. Me too. The first time they call Remy aggressive, I'm going to be real mad, and I'm going to go on a whole hate campaign on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, the clouds, the drums, the carrier pigeon, everywhere. Miss Nisa say, hey, everybody. Yes, I did hear Remy Ma joining the show. I hope it's a rumor. I hope it is too. Dana Brown, she did say Tales from the Cell. That is not me. That is my dear sister. Nacho Twins mama say Caroline had exposed Teresa not recognizing her nephew at the reunion the season before. Yeah, once her and Teresa fell out, they got real messy. DT say Screamer for Aiden will be going to the plastic surgeon after being dragged by Remy. Oh yes. It'll get real. High Vibe said, are we predicting Teresa will have to choose between Louis and the show? He's very psychotic. I don't feel like that man is psychotic. Why should she have to choose between him and the show? I like Louis with Teresa. I done told y'all I'm the wrong person to come to for that. I'm team Louis over here. I like Louis. I actually like Louis, and I'm not crazy about Teresa. I like her a little bit better with Louis. Actually, Louis is my dog. Louis say, Marge, you want to call around and dig up dirt? Let me hire a professional to dig up your dirt. Louis is my type of dude, honestly. The Mason Shady Show say Remy don't fit at all. She don't. How she gonna fit in with the New York cast? All them hoity-toity, stuck up, low-key racist, clear women in New York. How? At least in New Jersey, Teresa and Danielle is ghetto. They'll fit like that. They could work. That actually might be interesting if they did a spinoff. But I really wouldn't want to see her there with Large Marge, Jackie, I Need a Sandwich, and Melissa with the strong nose. And I hope that little Rachel girl from Whoville don't be there no more. I hope they get rid of Whoville. Because I have had enough of Whoville. Honestly. Okay, so let's cross our fingers and hope that's just a very bad rumor and somebody just had a bad sense of humor and it's just a bad joke and it's not really going to happen. That's what I'm hoping. Okay? Hey, my sister on the phone got me hollering. Okay, so that's that rumor. Let's get that out of the way. So let's talk about this sneak peek of RHOA and Sonya's sister. Y'all, I've had it with Sonya's sister. I can't take no more. I can't, honestly. I can't take one more thing from Sonya's sister. I've had it with her. So they having a conversation. I wish I could play the audio, but I'm so scared of Bravo, child. Bravo will snatch your everything down. So they were having a conversation, and she's like, "Oh, I feel like you might have got offended when I told you what Ross had to say or whatever." And the mama standing off in the cut watching the sisters talk with her face tied up in knots too. See, I feel like Sonya's mama is just as nasty as the sister, but she's slick enough to be quiet. She's slick enough to be quiet. Now, mind you, she's telling Sonya, like, well, I'm surprised he would say that because, y'all get more out of this than we do. And so Sonya was actually agreeing with her, like, well, I don't want y'all to go, like, we got to live in nanny and this and that. Like, I appreciate you being there. I felt like Sonya was really trying to make her feel better about the fact that, like, I do appreciate what you contribute to the household, right? And so the mama was like, oh, yeah, well, we're going to go ahead and go. The daddy really don't want to leave. I'm sure he don't, because he get to see his baby, both his children and his grandbabies every day. Pop is happy right where he is. And to be honest, if it was Pop by himself, Sonya husband, Ross might not even have a problem with that. Ross might not have a problem if it was just Pop, but it's Pop plus the rest of them. That's the issue. And so, anyway, the sister's like, oh, well, we're moving anyway. And so I guess after the mom and daddy is going, and so Sonya made the statement like, well, I ain't gonna fight that hard, just for y'all. And the sister was like, she flared up. She's sitting up there. Oh, funny you would say that. The big gaping hole that's gonna be left in your life when we're with us not being here. She said, yeah, of course. She said, but you just said y'all leaving regardless. So why would I fight when you leaving regardless? The sister really didn't have a leg to stand on, but she was angry and she wanted to fight. I think by Sonya saying, oh, yeah, y'all contribute a whole lot, and that's going to really hurt me because, it helps me with you being here. She didn't have nothing to fight with. She took the fight away from her. And then she was ready to fight again. Oh, yeah, the big gaping hole that's going to be left in your life. Girl, do you realize them people could hire a nanny? You realize that, right? If she ain't paying you to do her hair when you don't want to show up, and she ain't paying your husband to be an assistant, and she ain't got to pay extra money on food and electricity because y'all laying up in there, all that money she's saving, she could hire a nanny. And a nanny working for Sonya might actually get treated better than the nanny that worked for Kenya. I'm just saying. Which I still don't like that little clear girl that rolled her eyes when Kenya told her to share her location. I still feel some type of way about that. Actually. Just Jules say, I need Sonya to gain 20 pounds. That Gumby shape is horrible. Leave that girl alone. She is a whole athlete. Athletes don't walk around with big old juicy booties. She ain't auditioning for the Bootylicious remix. She's an athlete. She's slim. Ain't nothing wrong with that girl body. Hey, Virgin Love. Now, I might be walking around with a big old donkey behind me, but it ain't necessary. It ain't necessary. Okay? Anywho, that sister is a hot mess. I hope Sonya figure it out. And then the mama had a confessional, and I'm like, what's she doing in the confessional? Child, she dressed like she going to somebody's, wedding or something. She sparkled up and everything, talking about it is a little unsettling to be kicked out. How is it unsettling? Did you think you was gonna live on that man money for the rest of your life? Do you really think your daughter make that much money on RHOA? Now, I know she be doing them shows and promos and outfit and all that, but you thought you was going to live on that man money forever? Ma'am, that's out of line, ma'am. That's out of line. Sonya better watch herself. Her mama and her sister shady as hell. She need to watch her back. Okay? So now this one, y'all, tickled the entire hell out of me. And I mean all the hell. Y'all, it's done started. Nick Cannon is trying to capitalize on laying up having all them children, as my mama would say, like a gyp dog. So apparently, y'all, they say Nicholas Cannon, I don't know if he Nicholas or just Nick, want to start a band with all his children. I guess he said, I got so many of them. I guess he didn't know whether to make a cricket team, a basketball team, a football team, or a band. So he want to start a band with all his children, y'all. Mariah Carey say, not my goddamn children, not my babies. That lost sister say, I thought the parents would want to go back to Florida. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought. Show what I thought. You say the mama want to be Sonya. That's so silly. Let your child have her life. You done had yours. Now sit down somewhere. DS say the sister should have got set outside when she said that. Girl, do you know I'd have pushed that hoe out way before now? When she'd have called me what she called that girl? A nitwit or dum-dum, whatever she called her, I'd have put that tramp out on the spot. The mama definitely want to be center of attention. I don't like her. Yeah, Nick say he want to start a band. Mariah Carey has said her 2 children will not be a part of the circus that he's calling up, that he want to call a band. She say, you won't be exploiting my babies. Mariah said no. Mariah said no, y'all. And I'm so proud of her for letting him know that it'll never be her kids. I'm so happy she let him know it'll never be her children. So shout out to Mariah Carey for holding it down. One more piece of news that was kind of confusing and disturbing to me. They say, have y'all heard that Khalees, Miss Milkshake, is dating Mr. Bill Murray? Did y'all hear about this? They saying that them people go together. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's real scary. And I feel like, I'm sure that man got plenty money and everything. And I know Khalees ain't exactly the best looking woman in the world, but she can do better than this. Now, I don't know if it's true, but they're saying that Khalees is dating Mr. Bill Murray. Lord have mercy. I don't even know how that would work. I don't know. So y'all say a prayer for Khalees, child. I don't know. Yeah, dingbat. That's what she called her. She called her a dingbat. She'd have been out. You say St. Nicholas need to have a seat. Well, St. Nick love the kids. You heard about that? Yeah, I say, listen, y'all pray for Khalees, honey. They say you go with old men, you get worms. So hopefully, she don't get no worms. Y'all pray for her. You say, ain't he like 80? Girl, them worms gonna be rattler snakes. Let me quit being silly. But yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty. But y'all pray for Khalees. I don't know how she gonna make it. Never would have made it. I don't know. I know I wouldn't make it. But y'all pray for Khalees. Now, this is something that I just had run across my hands. Okay. This is Wendy Williams news. Now, Kevin Jr., Wendy's son, he's 72. Ooh. That's still some big worms. Big worm, big perm. Hey, Elle. So she getting the bag. It might be a colostomy bag or a catheter bag. Yeah, you get worms going with old men. Y'all gonna end up itching. Be careful. Miss Mo1 says sounds like they bonding due to both their spouses passing away. Yeah, you don't have to date no old person to bond with them. You don't have to do that. That you don't have to do that. You don't have to get an itchy behind because somebody died. You don't. I done had people die around me so much that I'm jaded. And I ain't never had the inclination to go get no itchy tail. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Go lay up with an old man if you want to. When you're behind, go to itching. Don't tell me because I'm going to laugh at you. I'm telling you I am. In advance. Go lay down with them old men if you want to. Now back to Wendy's son. Okay? You know what, Lala? You go to that reflection corner for a whole 45 seconds. This girl say, if she messing with him, I'm pretty sure that milkshake is powdered. Yuck. Oh, sweet Lord. Or maybe it's just stringy. I don't know. I don't want none. Hey, Candy R. VJJ warts from them old dudes. Yeah, you're going to end up with all kind of stuff going on. Say your auntie-in-law is a sugar baby. She might have some worms. She been scratching her behind nonstop. If she going with them old men, that's why she's scratching. Y'all better be careful. It's hard out there. Hey, Morgan's Musings. So listen about Wendy's boy now. Y'all got me paying attention to y'all comments. I'm finna miss everything. So Wendy's son, Kevin Jr., said that them people had threatened him with kidnapping charges while he had his mama in Florida back in 2022. This was last year. He said Judge Lisa Sokoloff threatened him with charges if he didn't assist the court with his mama's return to New York. If you remember, at that time, Kevin was caring for her. Wendy was going through a series of mental and physical health crises. He said, Kevin Jr. revealed that Sokoloff's orders left him scared to the point where he was afraid to visit his mama after the court appearance in New York, where the judge told him that he would be held for contempt if he didn't bring her back. Kevin says he tells the Sun newspaper that whenever he did try to visit his mama, her legal guardians tried to charge things up, leaving him conflicted. He is allegedly blocked from intervening in his mama's decisions, dealings with his mama's affairs, including her health, due to the very same court-appointed guardianship that Sokoloff warned him about. Child, listen, y'all better pray for Wendy, because I feel like they had a reason for making sure she cut off from anybody who care about her and put her in their hands. And I find it real funny that all of a sudden, oh no, you're not competent to have your money. You demanding your money back. We need to give you a guardian. I don't know. I think they want to take that woman money and they willing to, drug her, and God only knows what else until they, rob her blind. So y'all say a prayer for her. So y'all, something else that we need to go on here, since we in here, if y'all don't mind, let's go and get all the stuff going, because there's plenty of it to go around. So y'all remember we talked about Misa Hilton was mad because her 29-year-old son had a DUI, and she said it's Diddy's fault because he sell liquor, and he should be selling something that build people up. Mind you, if I'm being honest, people sell what makes money. Alcohol is legal, and so he's selling what's legal. I don't have a problem with you selling alcohol, because I don't hear nobody telling none of these other clear companies they can't sell alcohol. But apparently, if you black, you can't sell it, even though black people are spending money and consuming it. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all, Mr. Combs had something to say. I'm just hearing it for the first time. Hopefully he don't do no cussing, so we can hear it for the first time together.
Fuck everybody. Sometimes you have to say fuck everybody. It's all right. Fuck it Friday. Let's go. Fuck everybody.
So when he did cuss, well, we know y'all know Puffy ain't saved, so he did cuss. Yep, he definitely said that, and she responded and was like, "Yep, that's how I feel every day." And he responded to her, "I love you, Queen. Stay in the light." So apparently that's his response to the mess, and that's just how he feel. And his response was some cussing. Okay, he felt like doing a little cussing. So we ain't through. You might think we through, but we are not. John Amos, y'all know John Amos, James from Good Time. Good times, anytime you need a baby. Good times, anytime you need a friend. Anytime you're from under, not getting hustle, keeping your head above water. Okay, I got carried away. My bad. Come on back, Mitchell. Come on back. So, John Amos, what played James Evans on everybody's beloved show, Good Times. Now, the man had been hospitalized. He had been hospitalized because he had a little edema. He was swollen. He was retaining water in his lower extremities and in his abdomen. Okay? and he was starting to have heart trouble, because that's what that'll do. Y'all know you can end up with congestive heart failure when your body's retaining water. He may be in the beginning stages of ESRD, end-stage renal disorder. We don't know. Renal disease, rather. Forgive me. That could be what it is. I remember my mother went through that. A lot of people go through that when they are in the beginning stages of ESRD. We don't know. What we do know is he went to the hospital. They helped him out. They got the swelling down. All of the edema is gone. They released him. However, his daughter went and opened a GoFundMe and told his grand story. that her daddy was being abused. He was a victim of elder abuse, and that he needed help, and somebody had stole his money. They was abusing him financially, and that matter of fact, let me just read y'all what she said, because she told a whole long drawn out story. Yes, she did. You saw that story, Queena? See, Dialogue Sisters, that's why I love you. You were singing right along with me. Temporary layoffs, good times, easy credit ripoffs. Yes. I ain't gonna get crunk back up, but you know that, ain't we lucky we got them? Do. Good times. Okay, I'm done. Virgin Love, he say she lying. She said, in November of last year, my dad and I created a video together, a cherished moment forever etched in my heart. Little did I know that our lives would soon take a devastating turn. On May 14th of this year, I received a distressing call from my dad, who was hospitalized far away from Memphis, Tennessee. Though I was out of the country, we managed a brief FaceTime conversation before his pain became too unbearable. Desperate, I reached out to a family friend who flew to Memphis while I prepared to join them. What we found shattered our world. My dad fighting for his life in the ICU. During the following weeks, my family and I unraveled a horrifying truth. My dad had fallen victim to elder abuse and financial exploitation. Determined to seek justice, we are working closely with the Colorado Bureau of Investigation and the local sheriff department in my father's home state. To catch and prosecute the alleged perpetrators, we now require legal assistance, hoping they face the full weight of the law. Meanwhile, our priority remains my father's medical needs and providing him a safe haven. His home has been violated, stripped of anything valuable. And so that's what she said, okay? She says, the cruelty inflicted upon my dad leaves me questioning what kind of human could commit such acts, yet we hold on to hope that justice will prevail. Every penny raised will be entrusted to a special fund for my father, dedicated solely to his care, legal fees, and aftercare. Okay? And so the GoFundMe she put up was a picture of her and her daddy, and said, John, affectionately known as America's Dad, has unfortunately fallen victim to elder abuse and fiduciary exploitation, and we are in immediate need of resources to cover his legal expenses, long-term care, ongoing medical treatment, and the costs associated with his recent hospitalization in another state away from home. The combination of his current hospitalization, unstable housing situation, and health challenges indicates a daunting road to recovery ahead. Additionally, family members are required to travel and stay near the hospital to ensure his well-being. Your support is crucial in helping us provide the necessary care and support for John during this challenging time. Now, this is what this little girl reported. This is what she said. Now, I'm saying little girl because I don't know how old she is, but she's his daughter.
It ain't me.
That's what he say.
It ain't me. It ain't
Now,
me.
According to him, it ain't him. Now that's what he said. Now they say he had talked it to TMZ, and he told them it ain't none of him, and he don't know why his daughter made up that story. But according to him, it's all made up. This is a work of fiction. And I would say if it's a work of fiction, she's a pretty decent little writer. She came up with a story. She might have did better to try to sell it to 50 Cent, because John Amos came and let it be known that what she talking about ain't got nothing to do with him. Now, I ain't say that. That's what he said. And she called him America's dad. I don't know how he's America's dad. Phil is my daddy. Okay, Phil is my daddy. So I don't know about America's dad. But he said he don't have no idea why she would start that, why that would happen. I don't know. Oh, they got music on that, so I can't play that one. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all figure that one out. I think she lying. I'm with you, Queena. I believe she lying. For sure, for sure. You say now John Amos is America's dad. I don't know who America is. Maybe he your daddy. Phil is my daddy. I can't claim now another daddy. Phil is my daddy. Okay, Philip Smith is my daddy. Now I don't know who daddy John Amos is. John Amos, I don't know how y'all claiming him talking about he America's dad. I liked him on the show and everything, but this man churn is all mixed up. He don't have no black churn. I ain't seen no black churn. So how is black people talking about he's America's dad? No, he them people daddy. I'm Phil's daughter. Pun intended. I'm Phil's daughter. Next up, this one ain't so funny, y'all. But I think she might be on to something. Now let's talk about Takeoff's mama. Y'all know Takeoff had passed some months back. Back in, I want to say that was October, was it? Takeoff passed down there in Houston to the bowling alley while he was visiting with Mr. J. Prince. Okay. I'm just saying. She said that she is suing the bowling alley for wrongful death, inadequate security. She said that it was an after hours party. They knew it was going to be celebrities and athletes there. And she said there was no apparatus. I guess she mean like a metal detector, but she said no apparatus there to, check for weapons, stuff like that. So I can only assume that she's talking about a metal detector. So she is suing the bowling alley where her baby passed at. So, and I definitely have no judgment for that. I don't have no opinion on that. I'm just letting y'all know what this lady said. And the reason I don't have any opinion is because that is her child that she has to bury. That she done had to bury. She got to live with it. She don't have her baby. I personally, as a mother, I feel as though however she chooses to proceed, that we should give her, our support and prayers. That's all I have to say about that. She might be on to something. I would wonder, why would you not have security? Why would you not hire extra security? The people that threw the party, Mr. Prince and them. Okay, Mr. Prince and them. I don't know why they wouldn't hire extra security. Why they wouldn't have had people on the door with wands checking for weapons, seeing that they were the one that catered the event or, rented out the place for the event. I can't imagine why they wouldn't have said, okay, well, we have it after hours. It's solely us that's using your facility, so we're taking over for the night. Let me bring in my security team to make sure it's safe. I don't know who's liable, but I want to say for the record that I'm going to give this lady in all my prayers and positive energy and love and support. Okay, that part. Because I haven't had to bury any of my children, and I can't imagine how that woman feels. So whatever she has to do in that moment is what she had to do. Now the next thing, um, the lady down there in Ocala in my hometown that shot AJ Owens. Some of y'all have seen this woman has been arrested. I don't want y'all to be clapping like, oh, yay, yay. Ain't no yay, yay, yay. Marion County Sheriff Office did not even want to arrest that lady. Marion County is one of the most racist places in the world, okay? They didn't want to arrest that lady. They only arrested her because them Negroes in Marion County was over there busting out that lady windows, and they was, frankly, in my opinion, they were scared that somebody was finna go deal with her because they know where they are, okay? So shout out to Ocala, shout out to West Ocala for doing your thing. Okay, I know it may seem ignorant to some folks, but that's how we do things. Okay, I was not shocked at all to hear that woman's windows had got busted out, and that she was fearing for her life. You know, that's kind of what happens in my hometown. So shout out to Ocala for being Ocala. Much love to the 352. If you in Marion County, whether it's Ocala, Ocklawaha, Reddick, Citra, Buzzard Roost, Cotton Plant, Immokalee, whether you in Ocklawaha, whether you in Summerfield, everybody in Marion County, shout out to y'all. Okay, shout out to y'all for doing what needs to be done. Okay, for forcing them people to arrest that lady, because there's no kudos. We ain't clapping. You only arrested her because y'all was afraid. You were afraid of what West Ocala was gonna do. It wasn't because you had any interest in justice at all. Okay. So again, shout out to West Ocala. Y'all got this one right, okay? All right. So let me put the StreamYard here to make sure y'all ain't got nothing y'all want to let me know. Because if so, I want to hear what y'all want to let me know. Something that you must know. Is there something that I must know? Oh, you saw that story with Offset Mama? Child, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. Miss Nisa say, let's just say James, my dad, not the one from Good Times. I know that's right. Mm-hmm. Girl, Marion County Sheriff Office, they know what they're dealing with because they know how it will get. Okay? They know how it will get. That's one time where my folks being not so civilized worked in our favor. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's why I say, no, I don't want no clapping. I saw people on social media like, oh, yay, they arrested her. Yay, my foot. They didn't want to arrest her. They had to arrest her because they were scared for her. Hey, Couture.
Hello, and thank you for allowing me on the porch.
As always.
What I wanted to say is, I don't know if you spoke about it or anything, but I saw that the VPN show was canceled. So,
girl, I forgot to mention the Cocktails with the Queens has been canceled, baby.
I said, not the VPN show. What? I said, that's so crazy. We was talking about this literally the next day. It was canceled or something.
Because it's time to reap. You know that's what this is, right? If you don't know, let me tell you, it's time to reap.
I believe it.
It's time to reap. Because, see, first of all, that horror, Clawfoot Jordan, ain't never thought about no cocktail with no queen till she saw Jennifer Williams and Lanithia Leaks saying they was having queens with cocktails with queens, when they was on social media, you know, on live talking, kikiing and whatever. Next thing you know, cocktails with queens.
You know, people let us steal from the girls, but
they do. And everybody steals from Lanithia and then turn around, oh, she's narcissistic, she got the big head. Well, if y'all don't want her to think so much of herself, then get some ideas of your own. But the fact that you keep stealing every thought, every idea from this lady, I hope you know you're helping her to think a lot of herself.
Mm-hmm. And then who was you talking about? First of all, I like James Amos. I think he's a nice guy. I think he's a great actor. But he was never my father in the TV household. No. They was struggling a little too hard for me.
Thank you.
I'm with you.
My daddy was a hell of a provider. I ain't never had lights off. We have never missed a meal. I've never had to wear clothing that didn't fit. I've never not gotten my hair done. And as a matter of fact, I never really knew what it felt like to be hungry until I left my father's house.
Mm-hmm.
Because my father was a whole man. He wasn't a piece of man. He was a man.
Okay, like when I think about fathers, I think about, Fresh Prince, Phil, and I think about Bill Cosby, Dr. Huxtable. That's it. Those were the only fathers that was really a father in my home. But I don't know if she's, I don't know what that lady's doing. I pray that nothing's going on, but then you just never know, because he hasn't been on the scene. And how come she was out the country and hadn't heard from her father, to the point where, I don't know, the math's not mathing to me. And what else did you say? It was so much. That lady down in Florida, shout out to the good Floridians for busting out that lady's window.
Ocala come through. That's my hometown. Listen, I'm proud. They made me proud this time.
Yes, bust them windows out that house, because she knows she's wrong. She knows she's wrong, and hopefully she don't get no stand your ground, because they would not give it to Travis Rudolph. He had to fight for his, but his was a little bit more, standing his ground. Hers was not. So, I will be keeping my eye
stand your ground. Stand your ground. Only work in Florida if you're not black.
That's what I wanted to say, but
I'm gonna say it. Because again, I'm from Ocala. We ain't civilized. Okay. So it only work if you not black. If you black, stand your ground, don't work like that. No.
And I believe it. And I know you said let the mixed girl be mixed yesterday about Amber Rose. But when I was watching it, the upcoming clip, she was pulling a Karen Sinatra. I didn't like that. I said, look now.
That's part of her heritage. Why she can't do what she do? Because when we get the neck twirling and pop and finger popping and stuff, don't nobody say, "Oh no, she pulling a Shaquana." Let that girl do what she was taught.
I hope they need to air out the fight. I just need to see it. Because I was just like, I said, oh no, because Amber was like, well, Jocelyn turned around, so I know I swung first, but I felt threatened. I said, what? I said, oh,
I ain't mad. Jocelyn put herself in that situation. Why you sitting up here picking and poking and trying to force blackness on somebody that ain't black? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? However it turned out, it turned out.
That's truthful. But, and then I think that's all I have, because I don't remember the what else.
Girl, what you think about Joe Judice, however you say that man's name, spelling out exactly what Teresa was trying to say about them hanging with the ex-partners, lawyers, and feeding them information, and they the ones took it to the feds.
I believe it, because there's one thing Marge will do, and I thought Marge, Marge, girl, you going down. You going down. And it's so are you, Melissa, because one thing about Danielle, as nasty and as low class as she could be, when she dropped the receipts, it's gonna hurt. I can't wait. I will
say, I never had a problem with Danielle though.
I never had an issue with Danielle, but I
used to try to figure out why they were picking on that lady so bad. Hey, silly boy, what's up?
Because she got that, because what didn't she write that book and pin it under somebody else under a surname or something like that?
But it was a book about her life. It wasn't about them.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like that was my thing. Everything that was going on with Danielle was her own personal business, and the way they picking on her. No, she is mixed. Her mother is Cape Verdean. Her father is a Caucasian male. The girl is mixed. Like, she's mixed race. Like, what y'all want? She mixed. I hope y'all know Cape Verde is in Africa. Like
oh, we really know. She don't know.
But the thing is, but what do you mean she don't know? She knows. I'm pretty sure she know better than most people. Because that's her mama.
I think she pandering, honestly. And now I see why Wiz Khalifa mama didn't like that lady. It makes sense.
I
But
could see that too. But I just feel like this whole weird thing, like if you have any black in you, you got to act a certain kind of way. Like that's nonsense. The girl is not black. Hell, even black girls don't, in my opinion, have no responsibility to act a certain kind of way. The girl is mixed. The fact that she's self-aware enough to say, I am mixed, I'm not black, I'm perfectly okay with that. Why are we policing what mixed people do when we ain't mixed? That's all I
mm,
want.
I don't know. But I definitely believe Joe. I think if they keep Melissa on, the fans are gonna like lose it. And Melissa's fans know that because the storyline for them has been Teresa the entire
Mm-hmm.
time. Like the what the pinnacle moment for me was seeing that Teresa was like, y'all we didn't even go out to dinner and stuff unless the cameras was rolling. And I said, wow. Wow.
Child. A lot of them fans be bugging and don't want to tell the truth, and they real twisted. But girl, tell me why Candace fans are unhinged. You know them those nut jobs are over there on what's her name? What's her name? Saint Pete over there on her page. What's her name? Marlo. I couldn't
Marlo,
remember
nothing
her
on her
name.
page, being
On her personal
unhinged.
page talking about Candy. The girl is showing where her and Tammy Roman working together with the fashions and whatever she did a little piece on that. And then the comments, oh, you don't like Candy, you obsessed with Candy, you talk bad about Candy. Like y'all are unhinged. Like take your meds.
They all in her comments talking about what she not doing, but they not watching the show. How tragic.
And the thing is, it's like, oh, we want her off. She ruining the show. If Marlo wasn't there doing what she doing, we would. I personally wouldn't have nothing to talk about on Sunday.
Mm-mm.
I hate hold on. I hate to be like Lotto. I seen Marlo had did this one little thing, you know, to rip me out the plastic stuff everybody doing, putting plastic, rip me out the plastic. And I was like, oh, this must be what they talking about. What the
Oh
little girl was talking about when she said she thought I was gonna kiss her. She must ain't took her meds.
Lord.
Baby, apparently that's what Marlo got to say about it. You thought I was gonna kiss her, but she must ain't took her meds.
It's a mess. It's a mess. I don't know why they. I do know why. I feel like if Marlo and I feel like there's nothing wrong with getting them hoes up off you. That is my personal feeling. But if she delivers it in such a way, like she doesn't have to come full force, just give it to them light. Give them a light blow, and if they come back, knock them out. Because you told them, hey, draw the line. Here we are. But I just think they're gonna pick regardless. It wouldn't have mattered who it is. They're saying all this stuff. Candy and them could have been brought on some bossed up women who had things
But
going
they
for them.
can't. Y'all overestimate people. They can't. If they could, they would have.
I don't think Candy wants to because then that would make her have to step up. Candy hasn't shown us like somebody was arguing with me. Well, they was arguing. I was just like, child bye. They were like, Candy is so established. She showed her life. You know, they love to run down. We've seen AJ. We've seen this. And I'm like, y'all are telling us stuff about season 9 and below. Can we get to season 15? What has she shown us? Nothing.
Nothing.
Except for a KFC commercial. That was it. And that was kind of
No.
like Mary
It
J.
was
Blige, if you
it
let
was
me tell it.
well, Mary J. Blige with Burger King was better. This was very much like one step from a minstrel show. I'll do anything for a piece of chicken. I wasn't ready, honestly. I was not prepared. And furthermore, I personally feel like they're not capable. She and none of the rest of them are capable of getting any ladies who really have any caliber on this show because the ladies do not want to be on this show. Period. And bringing somebody in with a personality and that's got the money and got the charisma, that is not gonna make Candy step up. Because when Nene and all of them other ladies with personality and charisma were on the show, that didn't make her step up. She been flat since she got on the show. She came on
That's
the show flat. She flat now.
Yeah, and I had to run that reunion back because you know me. I said, let me go see it about the money gate. And that's why I really
Mm-hmm.
stopped liking Candy because Candy made it seem like Kim didn't pay her. And I said,
And
why
Kim
would
paid
you
that
do
girl. She
this?
lied.
And
It's
I
called
know,
a lie. And it's the fact that her fans will willfully like not go look at evidence. They just start repeating stuff. And that's cool. You like who you like. But if to me it was seeing that they were over on this lady personal page in her comments acting unhinged.
Well, Candy's unhinged, so what can we expect? I mean, she's not a sound mind. She been saying she gonna headbutt bitches and all this other stuff for the longest. She didn't cause division in her own personal group. So the people being upset out in the world, she loves it. What she thinks is good for her so she can keep her spot, but it's not. You got 10
Yeah,
million subscribers, but you can't get even 1% to tune into the show. That's a problem.
yeah, right. But mind you, she wanted us to believe that her millions of subscribers should have entitled her to get more money than SWV when you're not as good of a group and you don't have as many hits. Dr. J says she ain't watched not one episode, and sis, you ain't missed nothing. Hey, Ufoma. Yes, girl, Kim paid her.
Kim
Candy
paid
Light.
her, and it was in that whatever that thing is called that Escape was talking about on a show. Kim had that money in there because she said she was giving Candy more than 30% or something like that. I think she was giving Candy half of the proceeds, and her lawyer said, "What are you doing? No, she doesn't have the right to get all that money." So Kim being the woman she is, she put it in the wherever the royalties go for music artists.
Uh-huh.
And she said until they get it situated in court, she wasn't going to touch it. But the courts ruled in favor of Kim. But
Of
Candy was
Kim.
up there crying and was like, I feel like this, I feel like this. Andy threw her a bone for tardy, don't be tardy for the party, the show, so she can get
Yep.
a percentage of that. But even
Right.
in that, she wasn't owed anything because Questlove said, you wrote the song, you did all this, you wouldn't do it for people like us, but you did it for Kim Zolciak. You deserve to get screwed out your deal.
Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, it's the unhinged behavior for me. It's kind of like what we saw with Erica Mena and Amara La Negra. They were in Amara's, unless I haven't checked like in the last couple weeks, but I know they were in on her personal page attacking her because she dating somebody that used to be with somebody else. Like, girl, bye.
How dare you, dark skinned Afro
Yep.
Latina, get Safari to buy your daughters some Rolexes? Like, child, so tragic.
It was that, but I think it was the fact that they weren't ready to see that pale skinned woman feel embarrassed because women that she thinks she's above, because she's colorist as hell too. That these women that she thinks she's above, one of those women is with the man that left her.
And
That's just it was Erica's ego and the fact that it was actually black women going to harass this black girl for this lady. I was like, y'all are weird.
I mean, it's the same thing they did with Just Brittany because she had a problem with Just Brittany because Just Brittany told her to shut up and mind her business when she was over there with Enchiladas, harassing her about being in the studio with Stevie J. Erica is a mess.
Uh-huh. It's just weird.
But we knew that. We knew that. What else happened today? I think that was it.
What you think about these rumors about Remy Ma being on New Jersey, girl? Because I pray that's not true. Lord. Girl, I'll be sitting up there, my pressure will be high. I'll be rocking back and forth, clutching a blanket. I know I would have to watch. I love me some Remy. Lord knows
Who would she be on the show with and for? That's what I want to know. Like, who's bringing her on the show?
Sure. I don't know who's gonna bring her on because none of those ladies would know Remy or DJ Envy's wife.
Well, they do know her. They know Remy. Remy is Afro Latina. She just calls herself a black woman, so they know her. It's just
them people do not know her. Them some Italian hood rats from Patterson. They don't know her. Now let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. They do not know her. And then, like with all them men getting together with making gay jokes and touching on each other inappropriately and grabbing people's privates.
Yeah, Papoose ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, Papoose will be done pop one of them cats in the mouth. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Who said that rumor though?
But hold on. Then they gonna start using their code words thug, gangster, aggressive, angry with the black man, and then we gonna all feel some type of way. Now with DJ Envy, they can do gay jokes and touch on him because him and Charlamagne do that anyway.
Yeah, we know DJ Scams needs a job out here scamming the people.
Thank you. And the truth of the matter is, and the truth of the matter is that nobody wants to see beige rage on their screen every day. Like, we don't want to see that every time this show come on. That's the last thing people want to see.
But who said that? Like, did that come from like a Bravo site?
That's in one of the Housewives blogs that this is the scuttlebutt.
What? Why?
I don't know why, girl. I'm with you. I'm stuck. Me and you, we stuck together. Hey, Mama's Peanut. She said, y'all like this video, please.
And I did.
Thank you. But yeah, I don't know why they would want to do something so terrible.
I think Remy Ma's a pretty lady, but I don't want to see her on TV. I didn't even like to see her on Love and Hip Hop. I
loved her on Love and Hip Hop. I really did. But it was interesting because like the people that were there were like real immature and silly. And she kind of came through with that auntie energy. Like, y'all sit down and shut up around me. And I love that. I'm sorry. That made me happy.
No, it was like certain parts, but like she's not on there now. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to see her on Real Housewives of New Jersey. Not that I think she's hood or anything. That's why I asked, like, which friend would she come in under? Like,
clearly nobody. Because who the hell would she be friends with on that show?
That's what I want to know.
Like at the end of the day, what they gonna say? Jennifer Aiden learned how to say Booger Wolf from Remy. That's how we gonna work her in. Like, girl, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Man, we got DJ Envy wife. I don't know. I really don't know how she fit because she's Hispanic, and these are Italian women and a couple of Jewish women. And where does that come in? And then you got the whole black girl with her black husband and her pretty black babies on this show.
I honestly, if they're doing it to have some diversity, I'd rather not. Somebody might get mad. Please don't get mad. But I'd rather it be like the aesthetics of what it is. I'm not bothered that there's no black woman on New Jersey. I wasn't bothered that there wasn't a black woman in Beverly Hills. You know, because I just know like what it is. I wasn't even bothered there was a black woman in New York. I didn't
want to see that. I wasn't interested. And then the way everything went, oh, this is racism, that is racism. These are micro, like, oh, hell no. Yeah,
Ebony and for all my Ebony K. Williams stands, she ruined that show, and I agree with her 100%. I do believe they were nasty towards her.
I believe everything she said, but I just feel like at the end of the day, we don't need that on Housewives. We already got colorism going on. Yeah. We got racism already happening. But I blame Bravo for this because they're trying to drop black women here and there to try to cover up their racist reputation. Like, see, we're not racist. We'll put one black lady on every franchise. I see clearly what they're doing. Vet say Remy said they was considering her for New York, but turned it down because she lived in Jersey. I remember her saying that too, and I'm like, them hoity-toity stuck-up heifers with Remy, that ain't gonna work.
No, I do know DJ Envy's wife. I know they do hang out together. That makes sense. But I'm talking about Remy Ma. Like, I don't see how that makes sense.
To be honest, I don't see Remy hanging out with DJ Envy wife. She look corny just like her husband. I don't see it. I don't. I'm like, what, you know, that's like me and my homegirls hanging out and somebody drop off Whoa Vicky. Like, where this from? Or me and my drinking partner sitting up here chilling and y'all drop off Sexy Red so she could tell us about her booty hole brown. Like, baby, how? Where? Cindy. Oh, hey, thank you, Cindy Narcisse. She say DJ Envy wife supposed to be friends with Teresa. Okay, well, that would make sense if she friends with Teresa. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But where does our beloved Remy fit into this?
Yeah, I don't see how Remy could. It doesn't make sense with the old cast or this new cast, like
at all. And when I say I love me some Remy, I love me some Remy. Love her down, but I just don't see her on this show.
I didn't even see them at her birthday party. So, and she just turned 43, so it's not making sense to me. Uh,
Yeah. I don't see that one either. I don't see that one either, little sister. That's drawing a blank for me. I thought maybe you would see something in that because I don't see nothing in that.
No, DJ Envy's wife. Now I can see that because I do know that Teresa and Gia, they're actually like homegirls. Their kids went to prep school or something like that together. They do housewife stuff like off TV together.
Mm-hmm.
They've been
Okay.
down for a minute. I do know that. But Remy mom, I just I don't want it to be. I don't know. I don't know. And it's not an urban thing or a rap thing. I just don't see it like Remy
It's
mom.
an urban thing for me. This like that, they may all be hood, but these are different hoods, okay?
It's not even that. I just don't see the conversations. Like Remy
That's what
worked.
I'm talking about. They from different hoods all the way around. They don't have nothing in common. I'ma just call it what it is. I don't do politically correct. The only time I use euphemisms is if y'all talking about nasty stuff. Now that's the only time I would go grab a old euphemism and dust it off. They might be all hood, but they from different hoods. Now
Yeah,
I
Remy
don't think
hangs out with
yeah, I
Judah.
don't think anybody can dispute that Teresa is ghetto. She ghetto as hell.
Oh,
She can
we know
barely
that.
she can
Oh
barely
yeah,
read. She's real
Miss
ghetto.
Patterson.
Yeah, good old Patterson and ghetto. Dolores is a little ghetto, but she done cleaned it up. The little new girl Danielle, she ghetto as a food stamp. And it's like you got all this going on, but this is a whole different type of ghetto. Like, and I'm not saying it as a diss. I like ghetto people. That's why I watch New Jersey, and I can't get into Beverly Hills. If I can watch some hood chicks on TV. That's cool. That's cool with me. But
No,
I just
see,
don't see. I don't see how they would relate. The backgrounds is too different. I'm just like, it's gonna seem forced. And then the people not gonna be themselves because Margaret Joseph's large Marge is not gonna have the nerve to pull that. Oh, I went and dug up some dirt. Let me insult you to
hmm
your face with Remy. You know that ain't gonna happen.
definitely not.
Right. She might read them or pop them. We don't know which way that's gonna go. I just feel like avoid a bad situation. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure Remy has grown a lot. She's matured. She's a lot more calm. But them clear women sometimes don't have no boundaries and they go too far.
especially Marge.
Especially large Marge.
Oh, did you see how she got caught up in the when they was asking how did she know that information? And I said, "Yeah, Marge, how did you know? Tell us." Cuz I've been singing, she been doing stuff behind the scenes. People didn't want to believe me. They're like, "No, but not Marge." Yeah, Marge is conniving.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's the fact that she dig up stuff and whole bones and whole stuff, the hole over people's head. It's unbelievable to me, and that she would throw a hissy fit because somebody hired a professional. You do the same thing. You just don't hire people, or maybe you do.
She do.
Yeah, that's why I corrected myself, or maybe you do.
With her I'm above the mess. I just don't get it. Like I'm not an age shamer, but you way too grown to be doing the things that you're doing. Like if you happy in your situation, you happy. But I do agree with Jennifer. That's why she getting all that smoke. You brought something I brought to you in private to the camera. I'm always gonna be on your neck.
Hmm. Yes, Remy would bring class to the show, but they still do not have nothing in common. That'll be a mess. And
I
and the way I see Margaret is this. Miss Margaret, the time she spent in everybody else's business, she could have went and got a good sew in to cover up her scalp.
Ooh,
Because if I have to see one more drawstring ponytail season, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. We've seen drawstring ponytails, we've seen drawstring buns, we've seen all type of clip ins that ain't, the clip ins ain't clipping in. She can't do tape ins, ain't enough hair there. Every time she slick her hair back, she need bobby pins around the edges like them little ghetto girls from the Section 8 projects.
she needed
Like
to talk to Kim. and get her a good wig.
She need to see if Kenya Moore will let her hold some of that Kenya Moore hair care. Now maybe she can hold something.
Not water in a bottle. Is that what you called it?
That's that water. But Kenya might have good tap water in them bottles. I don't know.
Listen, I just feel like Remy's aesthetic, like Remy doesn't even, she works. A lot of those women over there do not work. They're like stay-at-home wives. She has nothing in common with them.
Nothing at all. And she's too honest, too real, just too relatable. And them heifers, no. I don't personally, I don't see it. I pray that this is just a bad rumor. Because, I mentioned the rumors. It don't mean I believe in them. But,
Oh, it's awful. And I said the same thing. I said for Margaret to get all that money in that divorce, for her to not ever have, it's always a miss somewhere. If it's not the makeup, it's the clothes. If it's not the clothes, it's always the hair. Like
what Margaret is gonna need, if she can't grow no hair, if Kenya can't grow her no hair, and she can't buy none of that fish grease that Benny Harlem sold them sisters for their hair, then she might need to go see Alonzo Arnold or one of them cats that can put on a good wig and melt that lace. Put that stocking cap on. You know how them girls, how y'all be doing that thing. And
I don't lay the glue.
You don't do it, but you don't.
Throw the wig on.
But you see them. But you don't seen them do it, right? Where they put the cap on, and then I don't know how it work. I seen them cut the cap, and then they put glue, and then they blow it dry and stick it down real hard to their forehead, and then I see them put that lace on there, and they go to cutting it like they doing, geometry or something, and then they glue that down. And I seen them put makeup on it. They be plucking stuff and pulling stuff and cutting stuff. And that's what she need to do. Now, I can't tell you exactly how it go because I don't know how. I'm from the days when we put 3 plaits on our head and slap a wig on. So I don't know how the new one go. I've seen it done, though. I seen the baby them do it. So Margaret need a lace melted down to her scalp. And she got a lot of scalp. We've seen it all.
Yeah, like it's just disgusting. I just don't. You know what I want to see, and I know I've said it, but I want to see another host for the reunions because Andy is too tied in with some of these girls. He's afraid to ask the tough questions. There were so many missed marks. Like I don't know, missed opportunities.
He was too busy trying to cover up for Joe and Melissa because I felt like he wanted Teresa to shut up so bad because Teresa actually finally took her 13 years or however long to figure out that they the ones set you up. Yeah, he wanted her to be quiet.
He was like, your husband. I said, no. I said, I've always believed, even though I don't like Caroline is, a piece of work. I always felt like she was like low-key a lesbian, in my opinion. A closeted one.
Yeah, I don't know where you got that from, but okay.
Caroline Manzo?
Yeah, I don't know where you got that one from. I didn't see that on that lady. Yeah, not your twins, mama. That's what they say. They say melt that lace. They gotta melt the lace.
Say melt the lace.
And the baby and the baby say they have HD lace. I don't know what HD mean, but they say it look real like scalp.
They need to do something. I just feel like once Caroline came forward and said all that stuff, it was a wrap to me. I said it's nothing left for anybody to even, you know what I'm saying? They always want to discredit Danielle, but Danielle put the names. She didn't just say, "Oh, I heard," blah, blah. She put the names.
That's right. Well, this is a trip. And I feel like Danielle Staub if anybody got a right to throw a grenade and walk off, it's her because they treated that lady so bad from the first day she got on that show.
Yeah. Excuse me. They was on some Mean Girl stuff, but that was good TV because she was keeping up. She was keeping up,
but they treated her so bad. They even let Jacqueline Larita daughter snatch hair out that lady head. Like they did that.
Jacqueline Larita.
That was nasty.
that now she's another bomb dropper too. But the problem with Jacqueline is she has this undying loyalty always to the wrong team. Always. Always.
Well, I don't know. Jackie for sure came and dropped a whole lot of bombs lately. That's why Andy is mad. Like, you standing Jacqueline Larita is a joke. No, baby, the joke is Joe Gorga going down there to the Bahamas taking pictures with Joe Judice knowing he snitched on him. Exactly. That's the joke.
Exactly. I've always felt like Melissa and them was doing something extra because them rumors about her being in the strip club, I heard those, but I was like, you know what? People have a past, whatever. But then it was like, it was the thing she was doing when Teresa was about to go to jail, prison. I did not like that. She was like when Teresa came out and then her mother had passed away and the father was dying. It was like Melissa couldn't understand why Teresa was like feeling some type of way. And I'm like, girl, you really are that oblivious? Like, come on now. Like, Teresa's a lot of things, but Melissa, come on.
I feel like anything going on with Teresa, Melissa want to make it about her. Teresa could have an ingrown toenail. Melissa gonna make it about her. Teresa getting married, Melissa made it all about her. Had the nerve to say, well, when she got married, I was expecting, I thought maybe she would call. Why the hell would she stop her wedding day to call y'all? She done invited you how many times, tried to put your churn in the wedding and everything. Y'all ain't want to do it. So why would she stop on her wedding day to call you? Everything about Teresa, Melissa wants to just co-opt it.
Yeah, when Teresa was having that final moment in the clip I saw, I think it was the Bravo Real Housewives shade room or whatever. You could tell when Teresa said, yeah, because y'all went to the feds on me, and Joe could not say nothing back. Melissa inserted herself. And she was just like, oh, let me insert myself. And I said, see, this is why people don't like you, Melissa.
Just because like that.
You're doing too much.
Yeah.
Because I believe Teresa when she said, even if my husband decides to leave you, he's still going to be my brother. I don't have no loyalty to you. And I said, oh,
that's
Teresa,
real.
Teresa. And I was like, I'm with Teresa. I stand with Teresa. She's a victim.
she but you know what? In the words of Beyonce, honey, Teresa been playing victim and villain at the same time.
Almost
she done been both.
Most definitely. And I think even though Louis can be shady, I said it was all fair because when Marge called them people, because I said, how did you find out, Marge? And that's what made me look at her and say, yeah, I'm starting to believe everything they say about you, Marge, on the internet. Girl, you out here hiring people, staying up late at night. That's why her hair ain't growing. She ain't getting enough rest.
Okay. Yep, Janice, that's right. Like Monique say a name or leave it at the playground. And Nacho Twins mama say kind of like Teresa still calling out the fact that Melissa didn't postpone her wedding because she was pregnant. Yeah, but she said what she said, but she didn't make that girl day all about her. She didn't try to ruin her wedding. She didn't say we gonna come. She didn't say, I don't know why I should be a bridesmaid. She didn't say, okay, I'm gonna stay home, but now you need to call me on your wedding day because it's all about me.
Kicked the flower girls out, kicked her daughter out of the wedding, and then she tried to lie.
Hold on, she didn't do that. She didn't go to her bachelorette and then try to pretend like she was so upset because everybody wasn't paying attention to her. That lady didn't do none of that. She made one ignorant statement because she's ignorant. It's not the same thing. Melissa tried to make everything about Teresa about her, and I frankly believe that that's why she wanted to be on that show. Teresa on this show getting attention. I want this to be about me, and that's what happened. And the rest was history.
Yeah.
Cindy say Melissa face during the reunion said it all. Melissa is extremely jealous of Teresa and wishes she could be Teresa. She do. You know what? I never believed it up until this year. Well, not this year. Last year showed it. This year proved it. I was like, oh my God. All this time I've been fooled.
When she said the podcast is what did it for me. See, people, and I always say it, people talk too much when they think they're getting away. When she said, "Oh, she should be thanking us because we was feeding her children," or whatever she said, and something else, and I was like, "Is
she
she
said
serious?"
she was keeping food on the table. Child, Joe Judas had to address that too. He was like, they didn't keep no food on no table. He said more like we kept them getting a check because they paused that whole show. If they wasn't filming with us, they wouldn't have got no check.
Yeah, and then Joe was like, they was making it hard. Like they didn't even and this is when I knew Joe was weak, her brother, because he wouldn't even go see the father because the father wanted to live with Teresa versus living with them. And
it was that sibling rivalry bullcrap, and he married somebody who was just as petty and childish and nasty as him. And they felt like, oh, we can put our heads together and we'll finally make your parents choose you over Teresa. And then that was their goal, like me over her, instead of just being normal and saying we're both your kids. Now, what's also funny was the fact that Joe Gorga, oh, I'll never forgive him because he's the reason that my parents this and that, my sister in jail, I never forgive. And then you down there in the Bahamas taking pictures with him.
Exactly.
Like, they want to be seen so bad. And I'm like, child, I ain't falling for that. Not no more. They caught me the first time.
When they said she didn't really love Joe, you don't love Joe, that's why you're divorcing him, child. I'm not about to be staying married to some man who's getting deported. Please be for real. Yeah. And I went to prison for him because I didn't read the documents.
Right. No.
Absolutely. Come on now. I said Teresa was never going to forgive that man because her mother passed away while she was in prison. And I knew
she couldn't get over that.
Teresa and her mama had. So I was just like, ooh, this is not good. I knew it was gonna go downhill from there. I said, she gonna leave that man. She gonna leave that man. Cause it was a lot. And then Melissa was like, well, your father is, and I'm like, girl, stay out of it. They daddy don't even like you for real.
Right.
Why do you think Teresa's going so hard? The daddy told us something. Like
I don't know. This whole thing is crazy. I was like, oh my God. Like, you that slimy, you snitch on your own sister?
Yeah, he was jealous because remember, he was like, all this money. Like when he was discussing the money, that's when I knew that's when I knew they were jealous. I didn't know there was a part of snitching though. Once we heard that, I said, why would they? I said, Teresa, that's not a nice allegation. And then here comes Danielle, like, oh no.
And after Danielle, then here comes Jackie. And after Jacqueline, then here comes Joe Judice clearing it up exactly how that thing went.
And people acting like the FBI don't tell you. The FBI is definitely.
They sure will. Who?
All you have to do is ask the right question.
But you ain't even got to ask the right questions. See, when people start talking like that lets me know ain't none of your people been to the feds because you don't know how them federal prosecutors and them people work. You don't know how them agents work. They talk. They love to talk. They be hoping if they talk and you get mad that you might give up something on somebody else too. So, they talk. All they do is talk and play games.
All day.
All day. That's why I say when I hear people say certain stuff, it's like, okay, you clearly lived a squeaky clean life because you don't know how this works.
Listen, I work for the alphabet people. Them people talk. I said, oh, they gave the name. I said, ooh, Teresa. When she said, I talked to the FBI, I said, oh, there you have it.
Child, you heard Joe. I don't know if you were here when I played the recording. Joe Judas was like one of the agents. He's an ex-agent now. He told straight up how it went. That Joe Gorga was behind the scenes giving information, and that the ex-partner is the one that went to the feds with the information, but he got the info from Joe Gorga. And I believe it too. That's some low down stuff. And then the other thing that I found interesting was Joe Judice saying that boy never acted like that. And he was like, I don't know what happened, what changed him. And then he said, well, maybe because he didn't talk before. And that's what I was thinking. He probably been, a turncoat his whole life. But when people quiet, you never know what they thinking.
That's truthful too. It just was so
It's
unfortunate.
like,
And Melissa talking about, I bet her daughter, my nieces hate us. Yes, you destroyed the, even though they did the stuff, right? The crimes, y'all literally destroyed their family. Like, what if Teresa, because they said she was having mental breakdowns in that prison. What if she would have
a lot of people do, yeah.
harmed herself up in there? Then they would have not only been with, they lost both their parents back to back. The mom had to go in first. Then the dad goes in. Then the
Then
mom
he
and the
get
dad are
deported.
fighting. It just was ridiculous. I said, oh, I don't really cry for real reality stars, but I cried when the daughter was like, I didn't like seeing you in there like that. That broke my heart because Teresa was like, I feel like I failed as a mother. But you didn't fail, Teresa. All your daughters is going to college. All of them is getting, the degrees.
Mm-hmm.
They are doing it. So you did
But
not
it's
fail.
the fact that they keep, oh, you're a felon. You're a felon. Like, that's something to beat her over the head with after you and your husband the one snitched. Girl, bye. Janice say you going live after reunion next Tuesday. I will if I can remember. That's the thing. They on such an odd night. I'll be honest, Janice. Sometimes I forget. But if I can remember, I'll watch it, and I promise I'll go live if I can remember. If living doesn't happen, if the Lord stay the same, I will, if I can remember.
Yes, come on and talk because we can't wait. I can honestly say this was a good one, even though I didn't like the whole back and forth. It was the fact that Jen Aiden was letting Andy have it. And she was like, oh, cause you like when the housewives keep secrets, right, Andy? I said, oh, Jen, I said, Jen. Once they said her husband was cheating on her, she had to deal with it. She said, I'm not taking it no more. She was shooting them rounds. I said, oh, baby, this is good.
But the thing, listen, this is the thing with Jen Aiden. If Jen Aiden, and I loathe to defend the likes of Large Marge. But if she wasn't sitting up there calling Large Marge a hoe and calling that girl mama a hoe, we wouldn't have never known that Bill was out there stirring in somebody else's pot of soup.
That's true, but we
She
could
brought
tell
that
something was going up. We could tell.
No, we couldn't tell nothing. We didn't know nothing other than he didn't like her. And it's a lot of men don't like their wives. It don't mean they had whole 2-year relationships with their secretaries. We didn't know nothing like that. And we would have never known if she wasn't up there calling that lady a hoe at every turn and calling her darn mama a hoe. Who are you to be calling somebody's mama a hoe when you got a hoe in your house that it won't even touch you?
Yeah,
Ali, thank you for the super chat. Say people were saying that Joe can't be an informant because informants are confidential. That's a lie. Majority of informants are not confidential, and some are named in the indictment. Joe Gorga snitched on his sister. Simple. Because he didn't go to the feds. He told the ex-partner's lawyers. He told them, and they told the partner, and the partner snitched. So how would his name end up on paperwork? Thank you for the super chat, Ali.
The only way it becomes confidential is if it's like a security risk, like you're snitching on somebody like the president. That's when it becomes confidential. Or the mob, someone where you gonna end up in the river somewhere real fast, real quick. But
yeah, that's stuff.
They don't let you confidentially snitch anymore because it costs too much resources. It has to be a big fish for them to be like, put you in.
But that's always been the way. It has always had to be some type of thing where your life was in danger to be a confidential informant. And you can be a confidential informant to the police, but once you get to that court, you're gonna have to show your face and point a finger. That ain't how that go. And first of all, where I'm from, again, shout out to Ocala. Listen, we have whole Facebook confrontations about people's names on court papers.
Don't you love Facebook? I love Facebook. I'm never giving it up.
Girl, I'm from the country. Where I'm from, these girls, they go live. Shout out to Tierra Gates, one of our local gossip heroes. Child, she actually posted court papers on one cat and showed the names of the people who actually snitched on the court paper. She posted it right there for everybody to see. So, this is a thing. This is a thing. Now, I know a lot of people are law-abiding citizens and they don't have any relatives that go to court, go to jail, or deal with the feds. However, some of us have and do. And so we can tell you, if you talk and you go to the feds themselves, if you personally go, your name is going to be on that paperwork. And it's not going to be a secret.
Oh, they always put your name on the paperwork. That's why I always tell people, you just tell. Listen, I'll never forget, even though I'm law abiding, when they did a sweep, everybody, they showed us the pictures, and I told that man, I don't know who that is in the picture, but I need to call my lawyer. And the man was like, he was like, okay. And I was like, oh my. And the lawyer was like, is it you? I said, I don't think so, but it looks like it could be. Can you help me? And
like, mind you, I'm too old to be getting into stuff now, so I don't. But there was a time, and I have lots of relatives who have made their way to the Fed, including my elder sister. So it happens, cousins and all. And I can tell you, your name gonna be on them court papers if you the talker, and ain't no secrets.
And the people who be talking, they be telling where they got it from. So it's only,
yeah.
I don't know why he thought he was going to get away. And see, that's the problem with people. That's how they get caught up, is because they feel like they got away. You could tell Melissa and them felt like they was getting away. That's why when Marge was like, oh, Melissa doesn't want to come back because of the cheating allegations. How does that man have your number, mama? It's been a long time. How does he have your number? I say, Andy, you're not asking the right questions. We need get somebody in here.
Okay. Child. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to make sure I watch it on time on Tuesday so we can get in here and talk about this, because this is a mess.
Yes, we in the third part. This
is a mess.
And I think this is going to be the icing on the cake.
I still love me some Louis. I don't care what nobody say. At first, I wasn't sure about him. His eyebrows scared me so bad. But now, yeah.
I just don't like that, everybody was trying to play like Danielle. Danielle was like, they played me. No, the producers played you, baby. Because you really thought, why would Louis call from his phone? I said, stuff don't be, I don't know. The math don't be mathing enough for me. And I get it. The girls is ghetto. They got them a little, a fair
they made a couple dollars, but
a fair East Side education.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. There's no way. You really thought you can get on Beyonce's internet and do a show and his mama, wherever she's at, wasn't going to see her son talking about, yeah, I want you to adopt me. Girl, what?
Yeah.
I said people be playing way too much.
That's that Rachel girl. Whoville. That told that lie. I don't like Whoville either. Talking about that she called thanks to Louis. Thanks to Louis. Louis don't know that crackhead that your husband got a baby with.
Okay. Was over there happily creating a child.
And first of all, you tried to use that lady for a storyline talking about her child is your child and you want to adopt the child and you panicking because I raised him, he's mine. Girl, you ain't pushed that baby out and that lady felt some type of way.
I don't believe her. She just wants access to more money or something in that wheel.
Oh.
I don't
listen, girl, she playing the game. She know as long as she act like she's so crazy about that man child, that endears her to him and that keeps her deep in his pockets. That's the game she playing.
The way she was holding her child and looking at him, I don't know. It was giving the hand that rocks the cradle. I don't trust it. Mama, you better
fight. You better not trust it. Why would you trust that? That woman don't care nothing about that other woman's child. She know as long as that child stay there, she don't have to worry about no money leaving out the house. She don't have to worry about her husband getting no old nostalgic feelings and wanting to get an old flame going. She ain't got to worry about him thinking that she's, not the best thing in the world. She want to play the game. That's what she doing.
Did you see Vanderpump Rules, Sinitra?
I don't watch them. I don't like nothing about Lisa Vanderpump. I despise that whore.
I forgot. Well,
and you know me, when I don't like somebody, it's to the bone marrow. I will never go back on it.
No, and that's why we love you. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else.
Girl, look what Ali say. Ali say the Sun newspaper found that boy mama in jail. Louis ain't do that. They tried to speak to Danielle's brother, and he said no comment. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, DT, and
Not the
Cheryl
picture
is
of
in the house.
Todd.
What up, Cheryl? Yeah, that's Drika. You know, on this porch, his name is Tadrika. That's Drika, baby. It's Drika, baby. Okay.
Hey, Tadrika.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Hi,
boo.
Sinitra. Hi, Kachobe. Yeah. Where to start? Yeah, I thought that Joanna and Melissa Gorga had everything to do with Joe and Teresa's jail time, even though Teresa hit as in herself is in many ways stupid, but that's what happens when you've got a brother like Joanna Gorga. But yes, allegedly someone was saying that he used to romance around with teenage girls while he was
Ooh.
married to Melissa.
Oh,
On the
my.
Twitters.
No. Well, I saw
On the
something that
Twitters.
came up about somebody that was in her family that was bothering a 15-year-old and saying that she knew about it. But I didn't know about
Yeah,
him. Sharon, I ain't know
yeah,
about
and then because there was
Wow.
apparently I couldn't find the video. I remember seeing it quite a long time ago. There was a video of Joanna Gorga trying to do the you know how when the clear men like to enter into alpha mode or what they think is alpha mode and start doing all those husky voices and trying
Yep.
to do corny and stupid pickup lines. Yeah, that's what he tried to do in that video. And someone had quote tweeted saying that Joanna has had, past flings with teenage girls,
with Sharon.
allegedly.
No
Oh,
teenage
my
girls in this story.
God.
Allegedly.
Those are children.
Allegedly.
Sharon.
Of course, we have
I
to say
believe
Allegedly
it.
allegedly.
with Sharon.
Yeah,
I believe
that's
it.
what
He looks
some,
like the type.
and that,
Oh,
yeah, someone had said that a long time ago. But yeah, that's what I heard on the Twitters. When I'm still around there, but yeah, that's what I had heard quite a few years ago. Um, RHOA it's already down the toilet. There's nothing you can do to save that show. I mean, like you had the one person that could save the show on the show, but you treated her like dirt. So
so she said, I ain't signing nothing.
yeah, I'm not signing anything, and if you're not going to give me the pay that I deserve,
Then I'm
deuces
out.
on all of you.
Straight up.
Facts. And you
And
been living lavishly.
Yeah,
Oh,
she over the
yeah,
ball.
yeah, she's over there. Nini's over there enjoying her life. Being a worldwide ambassador and everything. Meanwhile, we're gonna hear Candyman talking about how she's gonna drag people with her hair and
Put people
choke
in.
people and choke people. So yeah, and I want Sweetie Swampia to fire her entire family. I would like her to fire an entire family. Just imagine the amount of money she could save.
Yeah, that's
She could
true.
hire She could hire a nanny. She could hire a makeup artist. She could hire an assistant that would actually be reliable. She could
Uh-huh.
hire a good hairstylist that would actually, do her hair properly.
Yeah.
Unlike her sister. And, she
listen,
could
but
do
I'm
so
just
many
saying,
things.
if Sanya did that, the mama, when she was talking about it, the mama's eyes got real big. I thought y'all wanted to leave. See, they are true leeches.
They
Disgusting.
are.
Well, they are. And the sad thing is they're not doing anything to reciprocate or give appreciation to the fact that Suti Swampia has given them a home to, live in, which is the sad part.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and um, yeah, and you're right about the old. When you start sleeping with the old men, you'll start itching.
Yep. You gonna itch. Don't do it. Now let them old men
That's what.
touch you. You itch.
She needs somebody to help pay for that farm. Y'all know farming is such a large debt in upkeep.
Farming is very good, expensive. You understand, and
It
I
is very
understand.
expensive.
I was raised around people who farmed my whole life, so I get it. However, is it worth an itchy backside or itchy bottom?
I think Khalees she's just like, look, I need the next big fish, and Beryl Murray is that. She probably trying to get access to them contacts, baby. That's what I think. I
Itchy,
think
itchy, ya ya da da.
yeah, I mean she's not singing. Oh my god, not the wig for Tadrika.
Yes, Drika, baby.
I love it.
Hmm.
Was Todrico on this episode?
No, you talking about you mean last week episode? I didn't see
Yeah, last
Drika.
week.
Drika wasn't there. No, him or Candy. I almost said her or Candy.
Tadrika wasn't there, but Candy was talking to her mama about this watered down storyline about
That we
Ace.
all tired of hearing about.
Ace ain't gonna learn how to take out the trash. I'm like, oh, Lord, Kenzie.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, he's 6 years old.
He don't know
He's
how to take
six
out the
years old.
trash.
Well, what Joyce wasn't focusing on the garbage. She was pointing out the fact that Todd does not do the things around the house that men should do, and so that baby is not learning how to be a man because his daddy ain't one.
Well,
The
he's
good
not
news,
learning how to be a good human, period.
but the good news is his mama can teach him how to be a man.
I mean, like, he's not, but then again, he's not teaching him how to be a human, full stop. You know, taking out the trash shouldn't just be a male-induced activity, but should.
That ain't, yeah, Joyce wasn't talking about just the garbage. She talking about you ain't teaching
Yeah.
him how to be no man. And Joyce is right.
Well,
Joyce
y'all
is
know
right.
I stand with
I
Mama
mean,
Joyce.
People don't like to admit that Joyce
you
is
know,
right about things, but Joyce is right.
I mean, yeah, you know, we are Team Mama Joyce here. I mean, I like Mama Joyce. I think she's the only
Mm-hmm.
decent one out of that entire group of people.
That's right.
She know her daughter needed her to say that so they could get their check. I just wish Mama Joyce would have said it, but Mama Joyce ain't trying to have Candy crying because you know she could do that. I just
She'll
think
start that Billy Goat.
I just think that Candy is at the end of the day, if you gonna stay with this man, you gotta put your foot down to your mama. But Mama Joyce knows that Candy's a lick. I mean, look at her crying about
First off,
one
let me tell
crying
you
about
something.
Todd.
Joyce is doing what good mamas are supposed to do. A good mama ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. They're gonna tell you the truth. Todd is a piece of
I mean,
trash.
exactly.
Them kids nothing. He don't contribute a goddamn thing. And the only thing he knows how to do with any skill is spend Candy's money. She got
and also gossip. You know, Todrica loves gossiping.
Well, yeah, he gossip like a woman, but he's a dud.
And I did go run it back. She was looking at him all sad in the face. Did you say that? Why would she say you said that?
Yeah. I told you that was the first time she had heard that one. She hadn't heard that before. My eyes never
Also,
failed me.
Sanitra, thank you for sending me the link to the song.
Oh, you know I had to hook you up. Whose is this? Yes, that's the song. Yes. Okay, that's enough of the Billy Goat. Give him a break. That's my song right there. That song do something to me.
Ever since you've played it, I've just been playing it non-stop. Every time I play it, every time I watch a RHOA episode and I see Candy on Cheesy Coochie Candy on there, I just start playing that song.
You hear it in the back of your head, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to know why on her lie on it, she didn't talk about them ratings. Them low ratings they've been getting.
She wants to give those cheesy coochie eaters that opportunity to, you know, keep thinking that RHOA is the number one show on Bravo.
So now let me ask you this, Katua Bay. If you were her, would you be talking about it?
Yeah, because I would say y'all need to tune in. Don't y'all? She's all about black business. That's her mantra. Black business. Getting to the bag. Secure the bag alerts. I'm
This so
worldwide. Like, girl, what?
what am I gonna do with you? I just don't know.
I'm just saying. I need that. If she does that, then I will give her props on lie on it. Until then, it's revisionist history, and I don't like
Yep.
it.
I
Yep.
mean, that's basically it. And meanwhile, Donna Juanita's out here, telling everybody he's got a wife, but we all know that
With
that
his
wife
He said he
disappeared.
man.
got a wife. I heard he had a girlfriend. Now he done moved it all the way to a wife.
They say he's married
Yeah,
to a woman.
yeah, they
Hey,
say he's married to a woman, even though, you know.
We see him with
there's a
men.
there's a woman that's laying down with that.
Oh no, 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 no. We all know he's the one laying down. Um,
Uh,
He
he
got a
does not
fine
public.
man though.
He does.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong if you got your nice looking man, handsome like Stedman. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Lifting your legs up and
Oh,
letting him plow into you. Right.
oh,
Not legs to the moon.
blood of Jesus Christ. I don't know about that, but I just was trying to figure out how in the world, he was all like that there, and you got a wife. I just didn't understand. I was confused.
I don't like they coming for our rich homegirl Marlo because she's bringing opulence. I don't want to see Mañana. Nothing about Mañana is exciting to me. She's so
Who?
Oh
wishy.
my gosh.
Who do you
Conieta.
mean? Do you mean Yon? Her name is
Yon
Yon Yetta
Yetta,
over here. What about Yon
Neo's
Yetta?
beard. I don't like it.
Conieta.
Oh,
Oh yes, because I have also heard that Neo used to, dabble in the homosexual tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
But we won't talk about that. Um,
Mm-hmm. I said you. All I can say personally with this is just like I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. Like I don't know. I'm confused.
Mm-mm.
it's the show. I don't know what to do about the show, honestly.
We can watch it, but I don't think it's gonna get any better. I think they
No.
need to pull a Roni, honestly, because it's time. The girls have gotten to a point where they don't want to show us their lives. And I think that's what makes the show horrible. You don't want to show your life, but you're on a reality TV, but you want to go behind a paywall and have conversations about what you're not showing us? Absolutely not.
Well, yeah. If we're thinking about wobbly wobbin.
Child, we ain't even finna go there with them heifers. Quite frankly, I'm hungry. And you know what else? I ain't ate all day, and it's almost 8 o'clock.
Oh
So
no,
that
you got
means, yeah, I got too much girth to be not eating. Like I mess around and pass out. I need
oh
fuel.
no.
I need lots of fuel to move all this rump. And by the
Mm-hmm.
time we start on Potomac, that's another hour.
Oh,
Oh yes, yes. But
Okay.
thank you,
yes.
Sanitra, for letting
Thank
me
you so much, Sinitra, for letting us be here.
Thank y'all for coming to talk to me. I'm so glad I had somebody to talk to. I
Yes,
am. I
thank
am.
you.
But I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. Okay. So we can talk
Okay.
about some more stuff and we can get back on here and chew the fat, as it were. And
Yeah.
then of course we'll be back Sunday because I gotta sit there and watch Yon Yetta and the rest of them, like
Conieta. I call her Conieta
Yon
because she.
Yon Yetta. Her name will never not be Yon Yetta. That hell forgot she's had me yawning since she came on there. Just a yawn.
But to me, she looks like a conehead.
I can't
You know
even
that.
see her head. I honestly I can't see her head because all she do is put me to sleep. Yon Yetta. I'm just tired of her.
That is true. That is true. All right, I'll pop down so you can
All right, Bookie.
do
Yep,
your
I'm gonna get
farewell.
on up out of here.
All right.
Thank you for hollering at me, DT.
Thanks, Anitra.
All right, bye. Okay, guys, I gotta roll. But listen, I enjoyed our little gossip session real bad. Real bad, in the words of Carisha. Okay. But look, I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate you guys. Y'all get some rest. Again, happy birthday to Shashi 7100. That's our birthday girl. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. And I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm hungry as a hostage. I'm a whole POW right now. So I gotta get something to eat. But listen, y'all hit the like button on the way out. If you fail to hit that bad boy on the way in, hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live. If you want to be added to text notifications, make sure you text add me to 352-554-8411. That's 352-554-8411. Text add me, and that way you can be added to our text notification squad. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you want to join channel membership and put your crown on your head so we can celebrate your birthday and your special days, make sure you hit the join button beneath the video or the membership link in the description box. Also in that description box is the link for my wish list if you want to send some love, and the link for my Amazon storefront if you want to craft like I craft when it's time to decorate your home. Let me know. I sure appreciate you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all. Oh, and before I forget, in case nobody else says it, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Talk to you later, y'all. Bye.